Hi, folks. There's so much going on. Sorry, it's been a really long day. Well, I couldn't make this video earlier because I was still working. And then I had to go do things and whatnot. But anyway, we have a box. And honestly, it's probably going to be the last box we get at this address because I am inching closer and closer to being able to buy a house. It's one about 10 minutes away. It's gonna double the money I spend on rent versus mortgage. I'm currently paying like $1,900 a month for rent. If I were gonna stay here, it would be about the same price. But instead, going after a house and the mortgage plus mortgage, taxes, plus HOA. So those three items in the payment. $3,500 a month. There's going to be a lot of couponing in my life outside of a few things I'm not getting rid of. One would be my hair appointments. The other would be the gym. And the third one would be, for now, this one. But we'll talk about this in a bit. Anyway, so this is the Maybox adult fiction. So we're going to crack into it. So we have our papers, as always. Oh, and not a recipe this year. I love the bag, though. That's so pretty. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to set those things here. So we have our book, and as you already saw, it is Rules for Ruin. And I did read the little, I don't want to call it a snatchet, that's the wrong word, but the little clipping about it, and it looks like a really good book. So Suffrage and Sabotage. So we have our conversation with the author, which you guys can just go ahead and pause the video to read it yourself. We have our discussion questions. We have 4 gifts. Ooh, 2 of them are right away. Nice. Too bad I'm in the middle of a book right now. I'm actually further along in my Once Upon a Book Club 40 reading than I was at this point last year. I think I'm 7 books in. Be kind. My office just gave me a certification course to get done too, on top of packing up my house and moving into another one. And so, anyway, okay, so the back of the deal, not a recipe this time, but the real blue stockings. Term blue stocking, pardon me, likely originated when one of the ladies, Elizabeth Vesey, invited Benjamin Stillingfleet. That's got to be one of the most British names I've ever heard in my life. To one of her parties. He declined because he lacked appropriate dress, whereupon she told him to come in his blue stockings, the ordinary worsted stockings that he was wearing at the time. He did so, and blue stocking, or bass blue, society became a nickname for the group of women who in mid-18th century England held conversations in which they invited men of letters and members of the aristocracy with literary interests. Yeah, my brain, for like a hot second there, as soon as I read Men of Letters, went directly to Supernatural. What was it? Season 14, 15, something in there. I don't know. But that's immediately when my brain went. So anyway, let's carry on, shall we? So, we have our sticker, in which case I'm going to mark that before I forget it. Because I probably won't open up the frame that has all the stickers in it until after I move. We have our author book plate. Yay! And then we have our bookmark. You spend too much time looking backwards. It's the future that should concern you. I don't know why I decided to read it that way. I just did. Y'all love it. You know you do. So then we have our matching postcard. And I'm going to do this, and you guys can, again, pause the video to read the letter. Oh, there you go. So we have that. And then we have our paperback. So the Crinoline Academy, there is a second one of these coming out in the fall. So I think it's a duology right now. In which case, if Once Upon a Book Club doesn't make it their book for the fall, I will easily go pick it up myself with like some reward points and stuff, because I'm going to have to coupon a lot of my life for the rest of the year. So no one betrays the academy, but now Euphemia, I know I read that wrong, I'm so sorry, must decide, break the rules for her enemy or let the rules break her heart. On the outskirts of London sits a seemingly innocuous institution with a secretive aim, train young women to distract, disrupt, and discredit the patriarchy. Man, I'm having a hard time today. Outraged by a powerful lord's systematic attack on women's rights, the Academy summons its brightest and most bitter pupil to infiltrate the odious man's inner circle. A deal is struck. If she brings down the Viscount, Miss Euphemia Flight will finally earn her freedom. But betting shop owner Gabriel Royce has other plans. Of course he does. The Viscount is the perfect pawn to insulate Gabriel's underworld empire from government interference. He is not about to let some crinoline-clad miss destroy his carefully constructed enterprise, no matter how captivating he finds her threats. From the rookeries of St. Giles to the to the ballrooms. Bathroom? What the hell? To the ballrooms of Mayfair, Euphemia? I don't know. And Gabriel engage in a battle of wits and wills that is complicated by a blossoming desire. Soon Euphemia realizes it's not the broken promises to her academy sisters she should fear, it's the danger to her heart. It is listed as a historical romance. Yeah. I'm laughing at myself, not you guys, because somehow, I started not necessarily this Once Upon a Book Club journey, but my journey with reading in general. With fantasy, sci-fi, I read things like Brian Jacques, the Redwall series. Absolutely adore that series. Charmed, Sweet Valley Twins, all the way up through Sweet Valley University, that kind of stuff. And I still have a good amount of sci-fi. In fact, right now I'm reading something, I guess you could consider it sci-fi. It's called The City Within. And it's this whole dystopian thing where it's kind of hard to describe, honestly. I picked it up like a year ago, and I needed a break from women's contemporary and rom-coms and romance books. I don't really like the spicy romance books, I don't need that kind of stuff. But I have a handful of them from things like Once Upon a Book Club, Unplugged Book Box, that kind of thing. In fact, I have 2 more coming here like next month. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm also going to put it on my wait list just for a little bit. Because I want to finish up the sci-fi book, and then I think, depending on how much energy I have and whatnot, because I have to pack up the library, and that's going to be like 30 boxes. By boxes, I mean the small moving boxes you get at like Home Depot or Lowe's. Yeah. We'll see what kind of energy I have, because I'm doing this all by myself. So I'm kind of... I love the summer, but it's been so rainy here in Colorado. It's rained just about every single day for the last week. And guess what? It's going to continue to rain every single day for the next week. Yeah. Yeah, I have some thoughts and stuff, but I'm digressing, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we have our book. And then, according to the paper thingies, our first item... Well, okay, this is not the first item, but this is the bag that I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Page 116. So sorry. Doesn't smell of anything, but it feels like it would be like a spray perfume type thing, just from the weight. So I'll be rather curious about that. And then we have page 37. What is this? This feels... Okay, we got two... This feels like it's some sort of metal bookmark or something. Or hairpins. I'll stick that there. I do really like the green and the green coloring on the book and the packaging. And there's a reason for that. Because it seems like all the books I've been reading this year are blue. Blue covers. Like this one's blue. Snow Globe one was blue. Almost, I noticed it as I was going through my story graph and my Reading 40 poster. I'm looking at it and almost every single color is blue. So I don't know if that's like the on-trend book cover color for 2025 or what. But I'm like, dude, there's other colors besides blue. So I really like this. It's not quite emerald green, but it's like a... I don't know, I want to call it like a jade teal or emerald teal or something. It's very gemstone type coloring, especially with the purple you got going with it. But I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, okay, and then we got 249. This, it feels like it should either be... I mean, I hear packaging in there. It feels like this is either going to be a super nice pen or a letter opener. Actually, it's long enough for a letter opener. I bet it's probably one. And then we got page 25 here. Wow, that is huge. This, I bet this is some sort of like leather journal or something. It's about the right size. And I know some of you guys that watch the videos have been, I guess we'll say vocal about the fact that I don't open the gifts on camera. And that's not a problem for me. I mean, if you really want to see the gifts, by people who get to these books much sooner than I do, there are a couple of YouTubers out there. There's one lady, she's in Hawaii, and I forget where her screen name is. There's also a lady called the Mouse Diva, and she's just a reading fiend. So she gets to stuff much quicker than I do. So my whole point, I started doing videos like this because sometimes, like, I started with like Sailor Moon stuff that I would get overseas. And then it morphed into doing the mystery boxes, mystery bags, that kind of stuff. And it started out with not Once Upon a Book Club, but Unplugged Book Box, where everything was bookish. It tied into it, but it wasn't a spoiler for the book. And that's why I don't open these on camera. I mean, I could honestly wait until I get to the book, but you know what? As I'm packing, I found a couple of book boxes of Once Upon a Book Club from 2023 I haven't opened yet. And I haven't had the time to read them. So yeah, I guess you could say this is more of a unboxing for what kind of books do we get in this? What size gifts do we get in this? And then we get to like the advent calendar at the end of the year, and that's much easier for me to pick up and read because it's one story a day. It's like 10 to 20 pages. Super easy. Whereas if I were to start reading this now, I would probably not put it down to pack boxes and take out the trash in prep for tomorrow morning and go to bed on time, because I have to be at work. I have to log into work like 7 o'clock in the morning. 7:30 is what I try for. But tomorrow especially, because I have to go down to the office. I can't work from home tomorrow. So, not an excuse, but I'm hoping you guys kind of understand it a little bit. Yeah, so that's our May box. I'm really looking forward to getting into it, hopefully soon. The other boxes we have coming, I did mention not Once Upon a Book Club, but Unplugged Book Box. They had a rom-com box. It's got 2 novels in there, and then like 5 or 6 bookish items in there. So I'm looking forward to that. That's supposed to come out sometime in mid-June. I'm not sure which house it'll be arriving at. If things go on track the way they are now, I'll be closing on the new house towards the end of June. There is a chance, though, that closing date might move up to mid-June, though. But I have this townhouse until the end of June. Like, my lease is done June 30th. So I have to be out at that point. So one way or another, all these extra boxes coming this summer will find their way to me. I'm just not sure which house they're going to be delivered to. So we have the June Once Upon a Book Club coming. We have the Unplugged Book Box rom-com book box coming. That's coming in mid-June. We have the summer read from Once Upon a Book Club coming. We have, I think that's supposed to be coming late June, early July. I feel like there's another specialty box that should be coming. Oh, I did buy the July thriller box as well. Not normally my typical thing, but it looked really interesting. Less body gore, horror, more murder mystery type thing. And then this fall, because I have been doing the custom boxes for the Alexandria Warwick novels, I did order Romancy Volume 3, The South Wind. So, we have that going for us, too. But after that, I'm going to have to, really start cracking down on, using up reward points or putting aside, $5 every paycheck or something to do that. Just because I think on the current budget, I'll have, $400 to $500 left after I pay all the bills every month. So it's going to be tight for a little while. Yeah. So it will be interesting. Oh, so sorry. I was packing all weekend, so now I'm just tired. And it's been raining all day. So again, just tired. And I should run an errand tonight to get more boxes. Otherwise, I can't pack the books that are currently on the bookshelf across the room from me. But when I do get this house, because I think there's a very good chance I'm going to be moving into it. And once I get the new library once I move in, I'll show you guys where the new library is. And then I'm planning on ordering new buying new bookshelves, because the ones I have are just, they're the $25 do-it-yourselfers from Target. Work great in this space. I don't want them in the new space. I want something that's more stable and prettier to look at. So, but at least when I move into the new house, yes, I will show you the space where, hey, this is eventually going to be a library. And maybe I'll start doing the Once Upon a Book Club videos down there instead of from my home office. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. The only things I've decided is if I get this house, there's 2 rooms I'm going to repaint, and then the rest of it has been, I like this furniture for this room better, and that kind of stuff. So, anyway, I am rambling. Let's see how many. God, 20 minutes. Y'all let me ramble for 20 minutes? I know you don't have a choice in it. Anyway, so that's pretty much the summer. We have all these book boxes coming, which is a good thing because I won't have much money for entertaining elsewhere this year, like Dave and Buster's or anything. So, always a good thing to have plenty of books on hand. And I didn't realize how book dragonish I'd gotten until I had to start packing books. Oh my stars. Why didn't somebody stop me? I have like 6 of these cloth crates that have handles on them full of books. I mean, granted, that's going to make it so much easier for having to pack because it's less cardboard boxes I got to use. Oh my stars, it's so many. That's not even including the Once Upon a Book Club boxes I haven't gotten to read yet. Thankfully, I've marked the outside of every single one of them with the month and year that they're supposed to be. So that will probably be the first thing you see in the new library is a row of Once Upon a Book Club. So, anyway, I'm rambling. I'm tired. I have errands to run. I'm going to cut this off here. And I'll see you guys sometime in the next 3-4 weeks. And maybe the background of the video will look different. I don't know. Who knows? Right now, I just really want it to stop raining. I love a good rainstorm, but a week of rain, I've had it. This is not Portland. This is not Seattle. This is not London. Give me some sunshine, daggone it. So, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye!